What is the nod? I did a real short video on the nod, but it's something that is actually really fascinating. Somebody would reach out to me about more about the nod if I could elaborate on it. So I wanted to. I mean, opiates were not my drug of choice. The nod happens with opiates. It happens with fentanyl. It happens with heroin. It happens with opiates. And essentially, what the nod is a point of almost you're going unconscious, in and out of consciousness, but it's not bad enough to where you're completely passing out. It's these little phases where you're just constantly kind of nodding out and nodding back in. It's in and out of consciousness. And I mean, essentially, when the only opiates that I really kind of struggled with a little bit, that I found a little bit of an obsession with, was hydrocodone, because the thing with opiates that a lot of people will see is they'll see this nod and not realize a lot of people get addicted to opiates because of how it makes you feel at first. It makes you feel great. It takes away all the pain. It gives you a lot of energy. It gives you that dopamine rush. Like, you're feeling good, but all of a sudden you do become addicted to it. It bonds into your brain receptors. And so all of a sudden you're doing more and more and more to chase that high. And the worst part is if you now all of a sudden become dependent and addicted on it, not taking it starts forcing you through really nasty withdrawals. I mean, you're not eating, you're sick, you are like hot and cold flashes, body aches like no other, can't go to the bathroom, it starts to wreak war on you. So now all of a sudden you just keep taking more and more and more because you're trying to still get that good feeling. You don't realize when that good feeling though loses and you get to the point of too much, because you don't ever want to lose that feeling. And then what ends up happening is you can get to the point of going into the nod. And literally the nod is somebody who is talking to you. They can be talking to you just fine and just, wait, what? But I'm good. I wasn't nodding. Wait, what's going on? I mean, that's literally somebody going through the nod. They can still be standing. They can be sitting and then pop back in. And this is literally what you're going to get from a possible even OD coming up on fentanyl, on heroin, on opiates, because your heart rate is starting to decrease. Your breathing is the big one. Your breathing is getting shallower and shallower. Now you're depreciating your body of all the oxygen that it needs, and it can put you into an OD. And so the thing is when you do see somebody who is struggling and going in and out of the nod, call 911, get somebody involved, because non-addicts don't know what it's like to see somebody go into an overdose. And again, most people don't carry Narcan on them. If you ask the majority of people in your life, they don't have Narcan on them. And unfortunately, when it comes to even like fentanyl now, it's mixed into so much. But the nod is a heavy sign of a heavy user. It's not something of usually their first time users. This is something of somebody that is heavily addicted in this drug. This is not the occasional recreational use of it. This is a daily use of it with a large amount use of it. So if you have people in your life that do struggle with the nod, my heart goes out to you, because there's nothing you can do, and you don't necessarily see them when they're popping the pills and they're going through it. But it's something that does affect your life even too. And the only thing that you can do is set up healthy boundaries so that it doesn't affect you to the extent that sometimes it does with a lot of people. So for the ones out there struggling, going through it, my suggestion is this, man: reach out for help. Tell everybody that you're struggling and start taking it one day at a time, because what you're going through, it sucks, it's hard, but it does get better and you are worth it.